welcome to Ivcenko Live here at Triplex. Return to Xander, the Hollywood premiere, red carpet. We're doing this, Max. We're doing this. I'm Brian Altano. This is Max Silvo. I don't get fire a lot in my job. This is nice.
It warmed us up. You brought that nice coat. I've got this scarf. It's a bit chilly out here, but we're gonna have a fun night. We've got a lot of guests coming by. Terry is there right now. Terry Schwartz. Who are you interviewing? Tell us.
Well, I'm not interviewing anyone right now, but we are going to have all the biggest stars from Return to Xander Cage coming up to the IGN live stream stage here on Hollywood Boulevard. I see Samuel L. Jackson across the Triplex red carpet that we have going on right now. It's pretty intense. We also have Vin Diesel coming down, but actually, coming up very shortly, we're going to have star Tony Jaa, who is in this movie as Talon. He shows off all his martial arts skills. It's very, very awesome. Tony, come up on the stage with us.
Yes, and Tony Jaa from Thailand.
Woo!
Sawadee krab, Sawadee krab, Sawadee krab.
Now, Tony, the stunts are always incredible in the Triplex franchise. How did you want to up the ante in Return to Xander Cage when you were going to be in this movie?
Yeah, this movie is really special because I trained the martial art long time ago for this movie. And then, you know, there's Triplex Return of Xander Cage. Very special. Why I say that? Because we have the superstar from all over the world, like Donnie Yen, right? Donnie Yen and Deepika, Vin Diesel, and Tony Jaa also. This most favorite stunt is the party scene. I jump, yeah, double knee, and dance.
Now, as you mentioned, there are incredible stars, incredible athletes in this movie. You, Donnie Yen, Michael Bisping. Did it get competitive at all with all of you on the same set?
No. We exchanged that. We had the same idea. We sharing about how to make movie entertain for all over the world, make fans exciting. Like Donnie is you know, the style Donnie is a kung fu style like Wing Chun. But for me, it's Muay Thai. Yeah.
Now, you do incredible stunts in this movie. What is the craziest thing you've done in real life?
Crazy! Wow, crazy. And jump over the car, yeah. Crazy, I think it's crazy. Wow, I think about how I can do that. I do like, I'm crazy.
I certainly can't. Even that jump up here was higher than I could probably jump in front of you. So I'm not even going to try. Thank you so much, Tony, for stopping by. Now, we're going to go back to Max and Brian right now. What have you got for us?
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot,
Terry and Tony, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so obviously this is the Return of Xander Cage. This is the third Triple X movie, but I mean, it's been almost 15 years since the first one came out, so I figured we'd run down what happened the first time Xander, you know, went out and...
Let's do it, and let's keep it quick and fast and as amazing as possible. You ready for this, Max?
Yes. Let me take a deep breath.
All right.
Okay, so the film opens in a Rammstein concert. There's a secret agent there from the NSA who gets caught by bad guys, and he has his microchip with him, and they catch him with the microchip. That's one of the bad guys right there. The bad guys are this group called Anarchy 99. They're a bunch of ex-Russian military guys, and the problem is they can see spies from a million miles away because they have military training. And meanwhile, Samuel L. Jackson, a.k.a. Augustus Gibbons at the NSA, decides that a good strategy would be to get a secret agent with extra attitude, which is Triple X. So he tracks down Xander Cage, who is this sort of vigilante, extreme sports guy who would, you know, go ahead and hijack congressmen' cars and drive it off bridges and stuff like that. And so basically, Augustus Gibbons kidnaps him several times. He wakes up, long story short, in a barn, and he has to fight Danny Trejo, and then he, you know, steals a dirt bike, and he jumps over a barn, and the barn explodes. And, yeah, basically they're like, yeah, that's exactly what we want in a secret agent with attitude. So anyway, they send him to Prague, and he's supposed to go and meet up with Anarchy 99. And basically he goes into this nightclub, and he's like, hey, that guy over there's a cop. And the bad guy, Yorgi, in the background there is like, is he really a cop? And he's like, yeah, he's a cop. Anyway, Xander's like, I want to buy some stolen cars. And he's like, okay, well, that works. Anyway, Augustus Gibbons sends this bad guy named Shavers, who's got all these like gadgets, like X-ray binoculars, and these bullets, which are like fake bullets that are really tranquilizer darts. That's important. You got to remember that later. Anyway, so he goes and he hangs out with Shavers, and they get some gear, and then they're about to do the stolen car deal, and then the Prague police guy shows up, and he like breaks a window, and the bad guys are like, wait a minute, Triple X, are you with this guy? And he's like, no, I'm not with this guy, and he shoots the police guy, but he uses the tranquilizer dart bullets, and then Yorgi's like, like, hey, you're actually pretty cool. I think that you're a real bad dude and you can hang out with us. So he invites him to a party and he's like, hey, this is my girlfriend Yelena. You guys can make out. But Yelena's like, no way, you shot a cop. That's not cool. We can't hang out. So anyway, then they go out to lunch. He finds her sneaking around in the secret base, and they're like, actually, guess what? I'm a secret agent too. They're both secret agents. A sniper shows up and starts shooting at him. So Xander steals a dinner tray and like snowboards with it down a bunch of stairs and stuff.
Yes, of course.
And then Samuel L. Jackson kidnaps him again, puts a bag over his head, and he's like, hey, guess what? Your cover's blown. You got to go home. And Xander's like, I'm not going home. I got too much riding on this. I'm going to go get in trouble. So he sneaks back into Anarchy 99's base, and he's like, what are you guys up to in here? And he uses X-ray binoculars to find out they have a solar-powered submarine called Ahab, and they're going to be launching this chemical agent called Silent Night into the atmosphere and making people sick and stuff like that. So anyway, he sneaks back. He's gonna get out of there, and he's about to team up with Yelena, and the Prague guy gets shot. Anyway, they kiss, and it's great, and they team up. They're like, we're gonna fight the bad guys, but first we got to take out this communications tower that runs their security system. And so Triplex, he rides a snowboard out of an airplane and then parachutes down, and then he lands, and then there's an avalanche, and it blows up the communications tower. And there he is. He's on the snowboard, but a parachute at the same time. It's very exciting. Anyway, they capture him. He blows up the communications tower, and he goes back to the main place. And then there's a bunch of explosions and stuff. And anyway, so he's in there, and he's got. You following this?
Yeah, I'm just amazed at how you're doing this.
Anyway, long story short, it all ends very well. They go to Bora Bora and they kiss, and he's a secret agent with attitude. What do you want? Anyway, there's the bad guy, and he's like, I know you guys are all secret agents, and
Max,
anyway.
thank you so much. You need a breather. Terry, you've got Samuel Jackson, so that's the best way to give you a break. What do you got?
Is that a Xander Cage coat? What is that?
That is a Xander Cage coat, an actual replica from the movie. Max, I cannot believe that you just summarized the entire first Triple X movie that quickly. That is very impressive. Now, standing with me is maybe the only man in the entire franchise who's been in all 3 movies. What to you, Mr. Jackson, makes the Triple X franchise so special and fun and makes you want to keep coming back for more?
I don't know. It's always been something that's culturally relevant in that he was the first kind of X Games kind of superhero, sort of badass guy that did things that people who normally do on the street that they might try at home or end up on some TV show hurting themselves. So it's kind of relevant for people that do those X Games things.
Now, do you ever feel like you're missing out that you aren't a part of these massive stunt sequences that the Triple X franchise?
Not at all. I'm very pleased
Not
to
something
do
you want
what
to be
I
a part
do.
of.
No, I'm very pleased to do the exact thing that I'm doing.
Now, what has sort of been the evolution of Gibbons for you over the course of these 3 films? He was a very serious, straight-laced fellow, but the Triple X organization has gone through some highs and lows over the years. Where is he at when we pick up and return to Xander Cage?
He gets a little slicker, a little darker as time goes on. His worldview changes. He's a bit more cynical than he was in the beginning. He's still a great patriot, but he understands that the game has changed and the rules aren't the same.
Now, Gibbons isn't the only head of a secret government organization that you play. Who do you think is more effective at their job, Augustus Gibbons or Nick Fury?
How would you compare the two? They're 2 different people that lead 2 different kinds of people. I mean, one leads extraordinarily strange people that have extraordinary powers and manages to control them in an interesting sort of way through his will and personality.
See, I can't tell which franchise you're
One is just a deviant governor dude. It's just a deviant government guy.
I feel like those descriptions, though, could go either way.
Well, then one's a civil servant and one's not.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by the live stream. We really appreciate it. Excited for Xander Cage. Now we're going back to you, Max and Brian.
That coat, though.
Jackson, I'm so glad I got to say that. Come on in. We have Andre Ivcenko right here, right now. One of the stars of this movie. Tell us about your character in this movie. They're cheering for you. They love it.
Yeah. How you doing, guys?
I'm good. How are you? You dressed up very nice today.
Yeah, thank you. So my character, his name is Red Eric. He's a Russian super spy, and he's hunting for secret weapon called Pandora Box. Obviously, Vin wants to get it as well, and Xander Cage is not stopping until he gets it. But Red Eric doesn't take no for an answer as well, so it's a little bit action there.
So now, is he a good guy or a bad guy? Because I'm going to guess, and don't get mad at me, but you seem like a kind of a tough dude who could kick the hell out of our asses.
In the movie, I'm a bad guy.
What about right now?
Oh, no, right now I'm really very good guy.
Max, do you believe that?
He seems nice. I mean, he complimented your coat earlier, so that works. So obviously, you know, Triple X has tons of stunts and stuff. Did you have to do any like exceptionally dangerous stuff while making this film?
Bob Brown and me, Bob Brown, the stunt coordinator of this movie, we were talking at the very beginning about me riding Ducati and, you know, do like simple things, and then they would put my stunt double on the bike. Then when the time, so I to be honest, I didn't ride a bike for years. So I got my friend on and I started to, you know, practice and do like riding every day. Then the time came in May and I supposed to do that scene. And Bob approached me and he's like, don't worry, we decided to put stunt double on the bike. And I'm like, I was kind of a little bit disappointed because I'm like,
did all that
you know,
practice,
I invested so much time in that. I wanted to look cool on the bike. But I said, okay, I mean, you know what you're doing. So I sit back and I saw and I was watching what my stunt double was doing. And then I said, you know what, Bob, it was the right decision.
Maybe for the best.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, we're excited to see you doing your stuff and your stunt double doing his thing. And
the stunts are crazy in this movie.
I hope so.
When you watch it, it's insane.
Great.
What these people do.
Well, thanks for swinging by, and we're gonna throw to Terry right now. Terry, who have you got up there?
Thanks, Max and Brian. I am here with the director, DJ Caruso. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's not every night that you get to shut down Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah, give us some cheers.
Thank you.
Now, DJ, it is no small feat to come onto an established franchise like Triple X and make your own mark on it. So what was the thing that you really wanted to bring to this movie that you really felt like was the DNA of Triple X?
Well, I think the DNA of Triple X is celebrating individuality, and all of the characters that we brought in to kind of accompany Vin in this movie, who weren't in the first movie, all represent all different parts of the world, all different kinds of personalities, all different kinds of people. So it was to celebrate like the insane beauty of just being the individual of who you are, and collectively together, when these individuals work together, they have a great power.
I mean, obviously you brought back Vin, but you created this incredible ensemble cast. You have Deepika, you have Donnie Yen, you have Tony Jaa. What was it about these actors that made them stand out to you when you were crafting this massive ensemble?
Well, it's not really hard when you have Donnie Yen and you think you can get Donnie Yen in there and do Donnie Yen fights. That's like a dream come true for a filmmaker. Then you have Tony Jaa and Donnie Yen in the same movie. And then Deepika is someone I saw in a screen test that just simply blew me away. She was so unique and ravishing that it was just somebody I thought she was going to play the female companion to Xander, like Xander's equal, and I thought she was up to it. And then Ruby Rose and Nina Dobrev and Michael Bisping. I mean, it was really going to work every day. Sam Jackson, Ice Cube. It was a dream come true as a director.
And stunts are a staple of the Triple X franchise. You have actors like Donnie and Tony and Michael who can do all these stunts in frame. Like, you don't need to swap in stunt doubles. Yeah. What is the challenge of that as a director?
Well, I think the challenge is to capture the individuality of, like, Michael Bisping has a lot of power. Donnie Yen's so fast, you have to slow him down. And Tony Jaa is like this acrobatic, it's like a flying squirrel. He's amazing. So for me, the challenge is to bring out what they bring, capture it on film, and also make sure that each fight and each style is unique enough that I'm representing them in a proper way.
Well, DJ, thank you so much for stopping by tonight. Congrats on the premiere. We're going to go back to Max and Brian.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Terry. So obviously, Return to Xander Cage has a massive cast from all over the world, so we figured we'd give a little bit of insight into exactly how many people are involved. So let's take a look.
I'm not gonna have clowns watch my back.
Who would you trust?
The good, the extreme, and the completely insane. I knew we were onto something special when we looked to the world to cast this movie.
Action! It's definitely something that I haven't really seen be done before. It's literally somebody from every part of the planet. And so together we bring something very unique and very different. Everyone needs backup.
When I see these people walking onto set every day, I mean, for me, it's the perfect team.
I go low.
I'll go high.
We have a good time. Always laughing and joking and hugging, and it's like one big family.
Everyone just shows up ready to go, ready to kick ass, and they bring their A game because we all love being here.
This is a team I could work with.
Come on, let's throw it. Come on, let's throw it to Terry and Chicken Talk. Throw it to Terry. Throw it to Terry.
Hey guys, we are back. We are live on the red carpet premiere of Triplex, Return of Xander Cage. And there are so many people in the audience. I think I heard there was maybe a birthday being celebrated behind me, yeah? We have a lot of fans out here to celebrate the return of Triplex. You know, a man there he is. The birthday man. He didn't know he would be the star of the hour, but we do have a lot more stars coming up on the red carpet. Vin Diesel, of course. We're going to be seeing Ruby Rose. We're going to be seeing Nina Dobrev. But first, we're going to go back to Max and Brian.
Thank you so much, Terry, and happy birthday to that entire section of that crowd for all being born at the same time. This is a Hollywood red carpet. If you've never seen anything like it before, it's one of the most incredible things I've ever worked. As you can see, huge crowds here. People are arriving. Huge limousines coming with stars. It's just going to be an amazing night. So thank you so much for watching with us. We have people, more and more guests, celebrities, all these awesome, talented people are coming right now.
We've actually got Brian Tyler right now, who's the composer for Return of Xander Cage. He's going to come in here right now, and we can ask him some questions about how you make music that is you can hear it over the dirt bike engines.
Hello, Brian.
What's up?
How are you? There you go.
Okay. Hey, how's it going?
Thank you so much for coming. So obviously you have this amazing talented cast in this movie, but I think you need something sort of behind them to keep it energetic and pulsing the entire time. So how do you produce music for a movie like this?
You know, you really just try to make it feel pumped up. You know, there's such an energy to this movie. It's got all the lines, it's got all the action, it's suspenseful, but you want to feel that this team kind of has a banter and a team feel that, you know, you want to hang out with them basically. So you got to make music that makes you feel welcome.
Do you ever come in with like a sensual piano number and they're like, get the hell out of here with that?
Yeah, I didn't do an adagio or anything. We needed to throw down. There's like tunes. We got Kill the Noise. We got Ty Dolla $ign. We got Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine playing guitar. You know, it feels like Xander Cage. That's what we went for.
Yeah, I would say that like Tom Morello doing stuff to a guitar is the equivalent of what, you know, Xander and friends do to like dirt bikes and various other sporting goods.
If you're riding a dirt bike on water, you kind of have to have that elevated music to take you there too. I'm hoping that we did that.
Now, were you able to come up with a sort of theme for specific characters?
Yeah, you have team themes. You've got Xander's theme. You got the villains. You have double crossing. I mean, the movie has that kind of that action feel, but there's a suspense thing going on as well. So you need all sorts of things that identify each character. You know.
Are you ever sort of laying there in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, that's Samuel L. Jackson's song, and you start humming it and waking up your house?
That's my life. Definitely. Sam Jackson, yeah, I call him up and he comes over and I say, no, it is. It's just, yeah, I sit there and I look at the screen and somehow it comes to me, you know?
I do like the idea of you calling celebrities in the middle of the night and singing to them, and they're like, okay, dude, just ship it.
Yeah, no, they just hang up on me. It's crazy.
I wrote you this great jingle. It's great. It goes like this.
Well, it's strange because I meet these characters that I've been looking at for 5 months, 6 months, and I know them in my heart because I've been sitting writing their music. They don't know me.
All right.
So it's kind of one of those things. I've been writing your theme. I hope you like it. And then when I see them after the movie, they either give me the thumbs up or they avoid me completely. So hopefully I'll get the thumbs up.
Cool. Well, we can't wait to hear what you've been doing. So the cast has been all over the world. They are from all over the world, but they've been traveling around. Let's take a look at how jet lagged they probably are right now.
Hey everyone, Naomi Cal here from IGN, and Triplex Return of Xander Cage means the return of one of the world's biggest actors, Vin Diesel. Vin is also one of the biggest accounts on Facebook where he's been posting about the recent Triplex World Tour. Here are just some of the stops where they entered the Xander Zone.
So you see the Triplex behind us in flames. Pretty crazy. Wow. The London, UK premiere.
straight to Hollywood and the historic Chinese theater. So make sure you get your tickets now because Triple X Return of Xander Cage is in theaters tomorrow. Max, Brian, and Terry, back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Naomi. That was awesome. That's our studio. We get to rock that studio every week. It's really fun. How are you feeling tonight, Max? Because this is one of the most unique gigs we've ever had to work.
Yeah, absolutely. There's fire shooting out of stuff. It's, weirdly a little bit chilly, but I'm excited to see this movie in action. It's weird, like Triple X is, like I said, like it's almost 15 years old.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see this ragtag group of characters like continue on adventures. So I don't know if this is a new cinematic universe or what.
I hope they go all the way into their 90s. Now we have plenty more people to talk to all night, and for that we're heading right over to Terry.
Thanks so much, Brian and Max. Now I am here with Nikki Yam, who's having a huge night. A huge night. Not only are you in the movie, you have a song in the movie, and you just had a new album drop.
Yes, yes.
And you're at the premiere of Return of Xander Cage. This is incredible. Now, which did you prefer? And I'm asking you to pick favorites right now, which is really cruel of me. But did you more enjoy acting in this movie or getting to create a song for a franchise in which the soundtrack is so integral and important?
The soundtrack I enjoyed is something that I'm used to do. Is music is what I do, but acting I enjoyed way more. I mean, it's something that I dreamed about doing, and I did it with Vin Diesel. It can't get better.
Yeah, what was your acting experience like in this movie? What can you sort of preview of your character to everyone who's watching at home?
I mean, it was doing a guy called Lazarus, and a guy like Lazarus, we have a lot in the hood where I was born in Puerto Rico, so it was easy to make, to do Lazarus, and I had fun doing it, and I always wanted to be a bad boy, and I got to do it on TV, so I'm happy.
Now, you are one part of an incredibly massive ensemble cast from all over the world. What was it like working with this incredible array of international co-stars?
Incredible. They were very humble. They treat me very well. They gave me tips. They made me feel like I was home, and I'm very, very grateful and very humble about everything. I can't even believe it. I mean, it's a dream.
Well, please continue riding that high. Continue having this amazing night. Thank you so much for stopping by. And we are going back to you guys, Max and Brian.
Yeah.
Thank you, Terry. Brian, this movie looks wacky. It looks crazy. I would say it even looks bonkers.
I would say it looks insane.
Don't you mean Vinsane?
Let's take a look at Vinsanity.
Brando, who do we got?
Action! Get on your knees! If you wanted me back, you could have just asked me. I do things for the thrill, purely for the thrill. I wanted to push it even further in this new iteration of Triple X.
Action! Vin is always out there having fun. There's really nobody else like him.
I like your style, man.
He's just Xander Cage.
It's insanity. It's insanity. It's insanity.
All right, this is awesome in theory. I just want to watch the movie at this point because they keep showing us all these like stunts and tricks, and I just want to go in there and
Well, we're gonna go behind the scenes even further because Terry is here right now with one of the stars of the movie. We'll get to that in just a second. Are you suffering from Vinsanity? I think that's the feeling that you're having right now, Max.
I think if you say that one more time, I'm gonna jump out of an airplane without a parachute.
This looks like a very dangerous movie. It's incredible. That's our wonderful red carpet right now. It's incredibly energetic, just a great experience here. Vinsanity is something that I've been worried about for a long time, and I think it's good to finally have a name for it.
Yeah.
As you can see, we've got stars arriving for the movie right now. This huge red carpet, giant video wall. We were introduced by fire before. There's real pyrotechnics
I want to
here.
also point out that normally red carpets are like straight lines. It makes it very easy to unroll them. In this case, they decided to make sort of a crisscross Triple X shaped labyrinth.
Yes. There is a Triple X shaped red carpet.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen before.
It's very strange carpet.
I actually don't think we'll ever see it again because if another movie steals this, unless they have 3 X's in the title, they're going to jail.
Yeah, that's true. That's those carpet thieves. Terry has Chris Wu coming up to talk to him. Terry, take it away.
Now we do have Chris Wu coming up. I see him walking across this massive Triplex stage towards us right now. What a crazy night. You guys can't see it, but from my perspective, there are people, hundreds and hundreds of people. I can see our red carpet. There are just lights going up against the sky right now. We've taken over Hollywood Boulevard, and here we are with Chris Wu. Chris,
how you doing?
Here, we'll shake hands right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Chris, you play a character named Nix in this movie.
Yes.
And this is a very stunt-heavy movie, and you take part in these stunt sequences. So what sort of skills did you have to learn in training and taking on this role?
Well, see, I portray as a DJ, so I don't have as much action as the other characters, but I'll say this. I'm pretty fun to have around, and I like to party, and usually I get all the girls. And in fact, he also saves the team in critical moments. So one of the key characters, I would say.
Yeah, you are downplaying your action sequences in this movie. I will tell you that, because yes, Nix is a DJ, but he's a pretty good martial artist. He gets in on the fighting. Yeah. What do you think his background is beyond his DJing that makes him so physically capable in these fight sequences?
It's got to be extreme sports, and that's what this movie is all about. So. Yeah, if we ever shoot the next sequence, I might show some other skills. Yeah.
Now, are you a thrill seeker in real life? Do you sort of pursue these crazy extreme sports types of opportunities?
Honestly, I wouldn't go crazy. Like I snowboard, and like I was thinking, like, would I do like skydiving and like bungee jumping and stuff like that? I would probably try out, but I wouldn't say I'm like a crazy fan for that, yeah.
You are far braver than I am. Now, this isn't the only huge Hollywood movie coming up. You're also starring in Valerian, which is coming up soon. Yeah. Now, that's more of like a green screen CGI-heavy movie. Which do you find more challenging, these practical stunts-heavy movies or ones where you're shooting opposite CGI and green screen?
It's really quite different. Yeah, it's quite different. Also, the experience is very different, too. This one, for Triplex, we shot everything, almost everything in Toronto, and the other one taking place in Paris. But Triplex being the first Hollywood movie that I'm in is definitely more, it means more to me. Yeah. So I had a really good experience, and matter of fact, having been on set really helped a lot. So he really took care of me. In the beginning, I was a little nervous, but it all went really smooth, and it was just such a blessing for me to be part of this. Yeah.
Well, Chris, the movie's so much fun. Enjoy tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by our live stream. Now we are going to go back to Max and Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Terry and Chris. Wow, this is just so much energy in this area right now. Max, can we talk about Chris's jacket real quick?
Yeah, actually, I'm a little bit annoyed at Terry for not bringing that up. That's a badass jacket.
I know, and I'm wearing a really cool jacket, and I would totally trade. I don't think he'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. This is a really cool jacket.
I don't think this would fit you, really. I mean, no offense.
Really? It's warm, it's nice, it's cuddly. This is made from real lamb. Did you know that?
No, it's not.
Actually, it's polar bear.
Okay.
Polar bear, grizzly bear, polar bear, grizzly bear.
Okay, just shut up. Anyway, we're talking about how crazy the red carpet is here. We have a wonderful time-lapse video showing how meticulously the crew put this entire thing together, attaching smoke machines and flamethrowers and making special pits for the fans to have small birthday parties in. And here's what it looks like.
Wow, this is awesome. So as you can see, this is something that starts very, very early in the day, and it just gets built as apparently the office behind them starts to wake up, which I really love.
I imagine there were some banging noises, and I mean, I'll spend like an entire afternoon with like an IKEA cabinet or something, and these guys are like, let's make a Triplex-shaped stage that shoots fire and, you know, has a LED wall on it.
Yeah, so here you can see the pits where we have the audience waiting tonight, the stage where Terry is standing, which we're going to cut to in just a second, and the great theater right behind it where people are going to see Triplex return to Xander Cage for the first time tonight. Really, really exciting. Now, Terry, you've got an interview for us with Tony Gonzalez.
Let's check it out. Thanks, guys, so much. Yes. Tony, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this is a very exciting night. I'm sure you're at the Hollywood premiere of your movie. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Well, my character's name is Paul Donovan. I'm kind of a military badass, and I'm hired to, I take care of Tony Collette, who's in the movie, and me and Vin are kind of not really happy with each other throughout the movie, and then at the end, it's a very, very nice fight scene.
What is it like getting to fight Triplex himself?
But the Triplex, it's nerve-wracking too. Actually, it's funny. So we're shooting it, and I don't want to give away too much of the movie, but I'm tearing the plane up. I'm going after him, trying to get him. And then one time we're in the middle of a scene, and I go to punch him, and I hit him right in the side. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to tell me to leave right now. They're going to say, get the hell out of the set. But it was good. It was good. He was okay, and it turned out great in the scene.
Now, again, I don't want to get into spoilers, but it's not just your normal fight scene, right? This is Triple X we're talking about.
Of course.
So what is learning the choreography of a sequence like that like? Is it incredibly difficult? I'd imagine that there are a lot of moving parts there.
Well, you know, I have a football background, and so it was, you know, it was physical, and they got wires all over you at zero gravity. It was the coolest thing to ever shoot because you're up in the air doing fight scenes, and you have to work at it. It was more work than I thought it was going to be. But it beats the hell out of going over the middle for a football pass, getting hit in the head. So.
Well, I mean, you're obviously used to a lot of action in your normal work day.
Yes.
What is it like acting an action sequence?
Oh, well, it brought me back to my rookie year where I was so nervous when I showed up there on set. Because I've done some acting before. I've done NCIS, I've done a bunch of stuff, but never anything like this on the big screen. So when I showed up there the first day shooting, the whole cast was there, like Ruby Rose, Deepika, obviously Vin, Toni Collette, and I was like, oh my God, looking around, what am I doing here? And then, you know, then you start doing it, and they were so warm, everybody was so open, helpful, and they made it such a fun experience. And I think that's why the movie is just awesome, because you can tell the cast just really got along.
Now, obviously, you are into high-intensity sports. Again, back to your normal everyday job. But are you sort of a thrill seeker in real life? Are you into some of these extreme sports, like skydiving? Have you done anything like that?
Well, at one time I was down in Costa Rica, and I signed up to go bungee jumping. And so I paid the money. They told me the weight limit's 250, and I'm 247. So I got to the edge, and I'm looking down on the bridge, and I started thinking about what are you looking for here? What are you about to do? You fool! Stop doing this. So I literally was out on the edge, and I came back in and chickened out and never did it. So I'm not really the extreme guy, but you know, maybe I can learn. I'd like to jump out of a plane one day. I want to do that.
There you go. The next time we're at one of these,
Yes.
we'll circle back around. We'll see if you've jumped out of a plane by then. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, and we're going to go back to Max and Brian.
Thank you very much, Terry. So we've been talking a lot about the kind of what the red carpet is and what's going on here. There's you know, more and more stars and you know, cast and crew kind of trickling in. I want to talk about one thing that almost happened.
Sure.
I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this or not, but I'm going to do it because that's the extreme thing to do. Apparently, there was almost a zip line that the stars were going to be coming in on. And I think that didn't happen because it's probably a massive liability. Zip lines are not exactly the safest way of entering an event.
No, definitely not. We had a lot of stars come in tonight in a more traditional means, using cars and walking, so that's a little safer, and that's exactly what we want them. We want to harm anybody tonight. But we do want to harm anybody tonight with Hermione, and that's who we have with Terry right now. So let's take a look.
Okay, great. Hey guys, I am here with Hermione. Hermione, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now tell everyone a little bit about your character in this movie. You have some fun sequences with Vin Diesel.
I do. I play Ainsley, who has a long history with Vin's character Xander, and she helps him out in a sticky situation. She's a hacker, and she's a Brit.
Now, what was interesting to me, I did get a chance to see this movie already.
Yeah.
I'm luckier than everyone else here who will be seeing it tonight. I was watching it, I was like, am I forgetting something from the previous movie? She feels so established into this franchise already, even in the scene that she has. Are you hoping for a chance to come back? Like, what do you imagine the backstory between those two is?
Oh yeah, no, I hope so. I think that whole episode with the coat kind of hints at that, and I think they do have a long history, and there is something a little bit more there that we need to discover. So there is a backstory, but we're yet to see what that is.
Now, Xander Cage is a character who we haven't seen in Hollywood for almost a decade, more than a decade. We've missed him. Why do you think that the Triplex franchise is something that endures, that still is so effective now and impactful?
I think this one kind of was brought up to speed, brought up to now. It was taking everything that was in the old films and just accentuated and made more explosive, more massive with the international cast and, you know, the scale of it all. So I think it's been made relevant for now, and that they maintains the sense of complete fun and action and all the unbelievable stunts.
Now, most of your scenes are with Vin, but did you get a chance to hang out with any of the other incredibly vast cast members that you have in this film?
I mean, I have now on the press, not so much filming, but yeah, when I was doing the press, I definitely did, yeah.
Were you a fan of any of the other actors in this movie where you're like, oh, we're on the same...
Oh, massively. I think all of them.
Poster.
All of them. So it became a thing every day, you know, you're meeting someone different and someone you've admired for a long time. It's really great.
Now, what is the most insane stunt you have done in your personal life? Are you a thrill seeker?
I am a thrill seeker. I mean, I think I've done cliff jumping and rock climbing before, but that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Now, this is not the only action film you have coming up. You're also, you've got a bunch on the horizon. What is the appeal to you about starring in an action movie?
I think it's just that every time it's been the script and it's been the people who attach to that script and the directors who are attached. It's a kind of a different pull every time. I don't necessarily seek to do action films, but I think I've just been lucky in that the action films that have come my way have been particularly special.
Well, Hermione, thank you so much for stopping by the live stream.
Thank you.
Congrats on tonight.
Thank you very much.
We're going to go back to you guys, Max and Brian.
Thanks, Terry. So obviously, we're trickling in tonight stars of the movie, people who worked in the movie, producers, musicians, all sorts of stuff. So let's take a look at some of the arrivals and the way this is all sort of rolling out. We've got this massive Triplex themed N-shaped red carpet, one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. Huge crowds here, and every few minutes a car pulls up and we don't know who's going to come out of it, which is kind of this wonderful surprise
It's
element.
like a weird advent calendar with human beings, just the limousine opens and somebody climbs out and it's a wonderful treat. Who we got? We've got milling around down here. It's honestly it's sort of hard for us to tell, but I think people are having a good time there.
Yeah, it looks awesome. So as you can see, this is just a massive scale of a production to put this whole thing together. Not unlike the film itself, which is now in its third iteration, its third installment. As you mentioned before, this is a franchise that has now spanned 15 years. We were calling it the Triple XCU.
Yeah, I was joking that this is the 30th anniversary. It's not, but Roman numerals and whatnot.
And I just want to say real quick, I really love how much this movie celebrates how fun and over the top it is. I feel like there's a lot of action movies that get sort of overly serious and a little gritty and gruff. There's something fun and just sort of like video gamey about it.
Yeah, there's something very refreshing with, obviously with Xander Cage, like the whole thing is that his character is all about doing stunts. He's not like a hungover cop or like an ex-Navy SEAL or something. He's a dude who has fun doing crazy jumps and stuff. So it makes sense that his character would be enjoying himself while he's doing these, crazy action sequences.
I think that's something really important to point out, that during this movie, during the making of this movie, during the filming of this movie, and during the movie itself, it seems like Vin Diesel's having a really good time. He's just smiling the entire time. And when he's having fun, I think the audience is having fun as well. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, no, I also really like the fact that this is an incredibly diverse international cast. Like we've talked about this a little bit, but it's easy to look at kind of a Hollywood movie that has some international stars in it, and it's like obviously they're thinking about foreign markets and everything, but this feels like kind of a super group of just like a bunch of stars from all over the globe, kind of teaming up, and it's neat, it's something that maybe wouldn't be happening a while ago, but you've got stars from you've got Tony Jaa, you've got Donnie Yen, you've got Deepika, and yeah.
I think it's awesome that you called them a supergroup, because it does kind of feel like a real-life Avengers type of scenario.
Yeah.
Where these are humans with human powers, but they can totally kick ass, and they all come together to unfoil the plot of the movie that we have not seen yet that I cannot wait to see.
Or just have some antics, like skiing through a jungle or dirt biking in water, things that shouldn't be possible. I love that you're like, this is like a real-life version of it's not a real-life thing. What are you saying?
I think that's the thing. It's like they can't shoot ice or lasers out of their face, but they can like hijack a hoverboard. And go down a mountain, or steal a motorcycle and put skis on it and turn it into like a boat motorcycle.
Yeah, a motorcycle. I think we talked about that. Terry, you're talking to Nina Dobrev up there. You should do that. You should talk to her. Ask her how she's doing. Say hi for us.
I'm going to talk to her. I am. She's on her way over right now. We have Nina Dobrev coming over. She plays Becky in this movie, who it's probably a bit of a different role than you are familiar with seeing her play, especially if you know her best from the Vampire Diaries and the many other films that she's been in. So Nina, come up on stage. We are live right now. Everyone give Nina a huge round of applause. Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hi, thanks so much for stopping by tonight. Now, Becky is not a character I think I've ever seen you play before.
I honestly wanted to play something that challenged me, something that was different, something that nobody would expect. Like you said, it's a new character, it's a departure for me as an actor, and it was a challenge that I gladly accepted.
Now, you get to flirt with Vin Diesel a lot in this movie, and my favorite thing about it is it always sort of knocks Xander Cage on his butt. Like, it throws him off. What was the fun of that for you? You're very, very funny in this movie.
Thank you. Honestly, I see it more of a admiration. It's almost like, to the world, Xander disappeared 15 years ago. They thought he was dead, and all of a sudden he comes back. And this girl who works at the NSA has heard about him. She knows everything about him. She admires him, and suddenly he comes back out of the blue, and she's you can't believe it. It's like if David Bowie came back to life, you'd be like, holy shit.
Can we make that happen? Do we
love
have the
you.
power
Like,
for that?
I can't believe you're standing in front of me. I can't believe you're, oh my God. And so she word vomit, everything. Like, she can't, she's at a loss for words. And she's super excited.
Now, I sort of view you as like the Q of this movie from James Bond, right? You have a solution
I'll
for
take it.
everything.
I'll take it.
Are you that good with technology in real life?
Absolutely not. Nope. No.
What's like your most embarrassing technology fail?
Oh gosh, there's so many. I mean, aside from, I know how to turn on the iPhone. How do you turn it off? Can someone
It
tell me?
dies.
You're right. Yeah, I'm really good at that. My phone dies daily, multiple times a day, actually.
Now, my favorite behind-the-scenes detail about this movie is that you and Ruby Rose had a prank war on set. Where did it peak? Like, what was the most insane prank that you guys ended up pulling off, and who did it?
Well, there was a few. I mean, I bought 6 live crabs from a supermarket and put them in her trailer because she was crabby with me one day and I thought she could use some company. And then another day, she hired a man in a gorilla suit to come sing for me, but I never came out of my trailer, so he waited for multiple hours. And then she had a Taylor Swift impersonator come to sing for me, but that girl ended up being a fan. And she got nervous when she saw it was me and hit her head, and it was a bit of a disaster. We didn't post that one. That one wasn't internet approved.
Well, hopefully that de-escalated any back and forth crappiness that you had and didn't escalate it, but that sounds like a very fun element of set.
No, but I'm really, really hoping and looking forward to a sequel so that we can continue the prank wars. Stay tuned, y'all.
Well, Nina, thank you so much for stopping by. Now, we are going to go back to you guys. Oh, no, we are not. We're going to stay. We're going to keep talking a little bit over here. Yeah, we are the stars of this party. What is the most insane stunt that you have done in real life?
In real life? I've gone skydiving, I've gone bungee jumping, I rock climb, I wakeboard, I snowboard. I am basically the female version of Xander Cage, but I play the tech girl in the movie. So, again, hopefully there will be a sequel so I get to do some more stuff.
Yeah, and if Becky ever needs to take over for Xander, you know, he needs to go on hiatus again. We know
Everybody
who to
gets a
call.
cold.
Right?
Everybody
Exactly.
gets sick. How, like, what
female
happens when
Triple X.
Xander has a cold and he needs a sick day? Becky subs in.
Right here. Well, Nina, thank you so much again for stopping by the live stream. We're going to go back to you, Max and Brian.
Thank you, Terry and Nina. Now, Max, I have some unfortunate news. All of the snow on Earth is melting, and no one will ever be able to go skiing again.
I think they'll find a way. I think there's a way you can get around that.
Impossible.
No, I think there's a great new solution, and I think it's jungle skiing.
What?
I think it's the best idea that anyone's had in quite some time. We've got a great little featurette. Let's take a look at that.
Señor, bájese. Get down. What are you doing? That's loco, chico. What are you, crazy? Bájese de ahí ahora. Xander! Oiga, señor, bájese.
Thank you so much, Terry. How you doing, Max?
I'm pretty good. I think that jungle skiing looks like a pretty good way to break one or both of your ankles.
I think you would literally break every bone in your body jungle skiing.
I don't know how they do that.
Have you ever been real skiing?
Yeah.
And?
I'm not great at it.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
what if we took the snow away and let you jungle ski?
I mean, it could be safer because snow is very cold and it can get you sick. So
How about jungle sledding? We'll go like soft and
I think
have a
that's
nice
just
day.
called like sitting on a sled in a jungle. I don't know if that's really a thing. I think that's kind of a stupid idea.
I think it's a great idea,
Yeah?
and we should try it. We should film our own Triplex Return of Xander at home.
Yeah, what could go wrong? I
Nothing.
think they might have to start putting disclaimers at the beginning of these movies because grown man children like us might try things at home.
I'd be totally down for that. We should
I got
make
an
our own
idea.
sequel.
Let's get a red wagon and tie it to the dog, and that could be an extreme sport.
I am down for that.
Like in Rugrats or something.
I'm very much down for that. So now, tonight's the premiere. How excited are you on a scale of 1 to a 10 or 11?
I'm 11. I don't know. Like this doesn't seem like a very extreme number. I need a bigger number than that. What do we got going on here? We got some more celebrities coming up. I believe Donnie Yen just showed up pretty soon. He's probably, I don't know, kicking stuff.
He actually kicked through the stage to get where he is, so we're going to cut to him in a second. That's going to be pretty awesome. But in the meantime, we got more to talk about. We got more to cover. We have more people to talk to ourselves. So how are we going to do that? You look very warm, by the way.
I believe we've got a man who could kick both of our asses here.
That's not good.
Yeah, no, it's true. He's a Mr. UFC fighter himself.
Are we bringing a UFC fighter on to kick our asses right now?
Michael Bisping's here.
Oh my God, I'm so scared.
He's
all right, let's bring him on in. Michael, can you come on in for us? I'm very scared. All right, Michael, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How you doing?
Pretty good. They've been giving all of our guests this microphone that doesn't work, so that's
I'm gonna say,
it's
what
a fun
do I do
prank.
with this? Am I finished? Can I throw this?
It's a fun souvenir.
Oh, thank you.
You can just
Triple
drop
X.
it.
There we go.
Give a good
I see you came prepared. All
did.
The women out there are freezing, all the people waiting in line, they're freezing, but you did your best Xander Cage impression.
They really screwed up. See, here's the thing. I have my short shaved head, but I had to warm up with the jacket. But you look good tonight.
Yeah, one tries. You know, I gotta hold it down for the English. Come on.
So now you've been kicking ass in real life for a very long time, probably since you were a kid. There you go. Just throw that microphone out of here. You just beat that in the ring. That was good. You're a champion now. So you've been kicking ass your entire life for real, punching people in the face, hurting them. Did you do that by accident at all during the making of this film?
You know, so as you said, I've been doing martial arts since I was 8 years old, and that led me to the UFC, and being a UFC world champion led me here to this. In this movie, fortunately, I didn't connect with anybody, thank the Lord. But I will say this, when I first started acting, I did accidentally punch the director in the face. Noel Clark, if you're watching, I apologize, my friend. He likes to say, oh, it's okay. I took a left hook off the champ, but I think his jaw's still sore to this day. So my apologies, Noel.
Ouch.
Now, by accidentally, do you mean you totally did it on purpose?
Yeah, accidentally on purpose, of course.
No, you're in this picture with Tony Jaa and with Donnie Yen, and those guys are also, you know, familiar with a wide range of martial arts. Did you guys ever just throw down or spar, goof around a little bit?
You know, everybody asked that question. Did you ever spar? I mean, the thing is, of course, I'm a lot bigger than those guys, so we didn't spar. But what I did discover is there's a lot of things that they can do that I can't do. You know, they can fly through the air. They can do somersaults. They can do the splits. They can do all these amazing things. I can punch, kick, all that type of stuff. But acrobatics, it's not my thing.
Did you ever think of learning a few moves from them or do some after-hours training?
Well, listen, those guys are legends of martial arts cinema, so just being around them for me was it was very special. Of course, I watch these guys and I look up to them. So we didn't actually do any training, but in the choreography, you know, we all kind of put our ideas out there, kind of tweaked it a little bit, made it a little bit better, and put our own stamp on it.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for coming by and chatting with us. We're excited to see you kicking some ass up there with your pals.
My
Terry,
pleasure.
Who have you got up there?
We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Donnie Yen and his wife Cecilia. Thank you so much for stopping by. Now, Donnie, this has been a huge year for you in Hollywood, and also just a great chance for you to show off your incredible set of martial arts skills. How rewarding is that for you to just see that you can sort of stretch these muscles in Hollywood and really have fans respond to them?
Just very blessed. I'm very grateful, and you know, as an actor, you always want to do your best, and more people recognize what you do. And last year, I've been quite fortunate from Rogue One to Triple X. So I hope more films coming.
Now, one of my favorite things about your role in this movie is you do these incredible fight sequences, and it's all in frame, so we can see that it's you. And in fact, DJ Caruso, the director, told us a little earlier in the stream, he had to slow you down a little bit in some of these. You were moving too fast for the camera to keep up with. So what was sort of the collaboration that you guys had together to execute these fight sequences and stunts?
For me, I mean, I've been quite fortunate to be able to work with DJ and Vin and the rest of the cast. They are pretty generous in terms of giving me the freedom to allow myself to express myself in front of the camera, and I do what I do, and I've been doing it for many, many years.
Now, how do you unwind Like, how do you relax? What is the opposite of what we see you on the big screen?
I'm a family man, man. You know, after work, and I chill at home, and you can ask my wife here.
Yes, he's always with us and the children. Actually, today is our daughter's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
That's right.
She's in Hong Kong.
That's right. I'm here.
We can wish her happy birthday live.
Jasmine,
Hopefully she's
happy
asleep.
birthday. I love you. So that's why I'm here.
On the other extreme, what's the most insane stunt you've done in your personal life? That's just like, whether it's skydiving.
No, you don't want to know. I have a lot of injuries
know.
on my
I do
body.
wanna know.
You know, I have broken bones here and there. You know, under this beautiful jacket. You know, I'm. Thank God I'm still in one piece.
Well, thank you so much, Donnie,
No,
for
thank
stopping
you so
by.
much. Thank
Happy
you.
birthday to your daughter.
Yes.
Enjoy tonight, and we look forward to chatting
Thank
with you
you.
next time. Now, we are going to go back to Max and Brian, I believe.
Thank you so much, Terry. You know, it's always kind of amazing to see a martial arts expert, champion, just person who's been a master of their craft for so long, just so calm and collect. Is that part of it? I have no idea.
I think that's kind of the idea. I think it's kind of, a good balance in life. I like seeing all these guys like hanging out and, doing stuff together. And obviously on the big screen, it's cool to see them, kicking ass left and right. But like to have them sort of just like, mingling around is incredibly surreal.
It feels like sort of the most exercise you and I get are holding microphones up. Like we don't go home to our significant others and go, "Hey, I kicked 5 people in the face today."
I mean, I feel like I mostly would kick people by accident because I'm clumsy. But yeah, it takes a lot of agility to to kind of do action movies like this. I think that we'll shoot segments here and there that require a little bit of blocking, and we screw those up inevitably. But yeah, there's a ton of choreography that goes into the fight scenes, or the chase scenes, or some of the vehicular stuff. Motorcycles are always a fun bit here.
Yeah, the fastest way to get around when you don't have a car.
Yeah, or if you like cars but you hate anything that has too many wheels.
That's true. That's
you
a
just
huge
want
problem.
Nice few wheels. You want the breeze.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we've got a wonderful clip of some of the insane motorcycle stuff going on in Triple X Return of Xander Cage. We should take a look at that.
You want to play?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Did they just invent a transformer?
I think they kind of did.
Is that like a motor skeekle?
Like I don't do a whole lot of reading into things as much as I should. I don't know if that's real or if that's possible or not. I mean, I think we kind of need like MythBusters to take a look at that. But,
Yes, absolutely.
I don't really care. It just looks fun. Also, like Donnie Yen in a Hawaiian shirt, big fan. One thing I want to point out is when the first Triple X movie, came out, and when Vin Diesel was in that, he hadn't become this established household name action star. In fact, he hadn't even ridden a motocross motorcycle before that. Like
Is
he
that
had to
true?
train ahead of time. Yeah, that was his first time doing it. And then they were like, "So yeah, we're gonna need you to drive over this barn, which will be exploding." And obviously, he had stuntmen and stuff. But it's kind of awesome to see him sort of returning to this character. A decade and a half later, with all of the all the Fast and Furious movies and all of his other action adventures under his belt. So to switch gears from motorcycle stunts to where we are now, the red carpet. Let's talk more about the red carpet. Who's showing up here? Can we take a look at what's happening at that end? We've got somebody floating around with a Steadicam, taking a look at people getting out of cars and whatnot.
As you can see, there's something just sort of wild and energetic about all this. People are just showing up and they're popping onto our set or popping onto the stage up there. Just look at this. Look at how many people are here. Look how cool this is. Look at this shot.
Yeah, it's a little bit hectic. We've got some fog machines around here, smoke machines. Those are always a little bit disconcerting, because something could be horribly wrong. And you just have no way of knowing.
You do not. But one of the things I really appreciate about the Triple X movies is that if you look at the first one, they had things like drones and GoPros. Xander was actually hooking a camera up to the front of his car to film it, and he had these huge sort of like wire rigs. And now those things are just available. You can just buy them at a store.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, it's still not really practical to drive a Corvette off a bridge and then parachute off of it.
Definitely not.
Parachutes are still not available at your local Walgreens, but why
drones
not?
And
cameras. I don't know. Take a wild guess. Like, not really the safest thing to have around the house. Also, I mean, like, it's the airplane ticket that's really expensive. The parachute kind of pays for itself.
Now, Max, I just got very, very excited as an NWA fan because Ice Cube just arrived.
Well,
the Ice Cube.
Today's a good day.
It is a good day. Today is a great day, and the star of the movie, Triple X himself, Vin Diesel, is here in the building. I can't believe this.
We're actually outside right now.
In the outdoor building that is the space that we share.
That means I don't have to hang out with you anymore. I can hang out with Vin Diesel. He can
Yeah,
just take
sure.
his coat
There
from
he
you.
is. He's going to come steal my jacket. Man.
That is a ferocious jacket there. That actually looks a lot like the motocross jacket he wears in the first movie.
Yeah.
But it's like all like beautiful and white. And there's people screaming. We can hear them from over there. And people are making their way up. I believe Terry's about to have another interview up there. We've got Deepika Paduka, I think I'm saying that right. She's a massive Indian star, and this is her first venture into Hollywood movie making. Terry, take it away.
Thanks, Max and Brian. Now, I am here with Deepika Padukone. Thank you so much for coming here, the lady of the hour. This must be a little bit of a surreal, let's give her a huge cheer. This must be a little bit of a surreal experience to you. Have you ever had a premiere? Obviously, you've had many premieres in India, but have you ever had a premiere on Hollywood Boulevard?
No, this is a first, and this is very, very exciting. I feel like this is finally happening. I said to my friends in the car, we were all driving up, and I said, wow, it's been such an amazing journey. For 1 year, we've been filming, and we've had such an incredible experience, and now it's all coming together, and tonight, it's like the finale. Tonight's the finale.
So what made the role of Serena in Triple X Return of Xander Cage appealing to you? What made this a yes for you?
I think the fact that finally in an action franchise movie, we have strong, powerful characters. And the fact that Serena is so relatable. I had a lot of girls in the last couple of days who've seen the movie who came and said, we finally feel included. We feel like women can actually go there and enjoy this film, because I think Serena and all the other girls in the movie represent today's woman.
Yeah, you and Ruby Rose have an incredible fight sequence together that's sort of been teased in the trailers, but like, it's amazing. It's amazing to see the whole thing play out. Now, I have to ask you, which was more challenging choreography for you? The fight sequences in this movie or the many Bollywood dance sequences you've done?
The fight sequences.
Why?
Because that's not something I do every day. Dancing is something I really enjoy doing, and I've done so many of them in my movies now, but I think the action I enjoyed it, but it was tough.
Well, I'm so excited for you to see this tonight on the big screen inside Grauman's Chinese Theater. It's going to be incredible. Enjoy tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Now we're going to go back to Max and Brian.
Thank you so much, Terry. Now, obviously, this is Triple X Return of Xander Cage, who was in the first movie. The second movie featured somebody else named Darius Stone, played by someone we're very familiar with. It's Ice Cube. Ice Cube, I've always wanted to say this. Ice Cube, could you come hang out over here with us, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, Ice Cube.
Yeah, what's happening with you?
It's good to have you, man. I just want to say thank you, first of all, because I feel like I've been getting pulled over to your music since I was like in high school, playing it as loud as possible out of my parents' car.
Oh, you're a good dude, man. You know, I like that kind of stuff.
So tell us about your role in this movie, because I don't think we could have completed the Triple X trilogy, Trixology, whatever we were trying to say, without your help. So what's it like being back?
It's fun, you know. Darius Stone, he did a cool movie, and it's time to give it back to Vin, and maybe we could do it together. So it was fun to really be able to jump back in it and show a little cameo and have a little fun and maybe set it up for another one.
Let me ask you this. Do you get your fries and shake in this movie?
What does that mean?
You kept asking for them in the last one, and I'm worried that they weren't feeding you, and you're back for that cheeseburger and fries.
I don't know what that means, but I kick a lot of ass in the movie, and that's all that matters.
That's good to hear. So it seems like Vin's kind of getting the gang together in this case. What's your guys' relationship? Because he was sort of unofficially killed off in the second one. You guys pals or what? Can you talk about that?
Got to watch the movie, man.
We want to. They won't let us in yet. It sucks.
Oh, you can buy a ticket tomorrow everywhere. It's opening up tomorrow, January 20th, Triple X. Forget the inauguration. You know what I mean? Just look, Triple X.
I'm all about that. Let's skip the inauguration and go see Triple X instead. What are you going to be doing tomorrow?
I'm going to the movies. What you doing?
I'm going to the movies. Can we hang out?
Nah.
Oh, man. We just got slapped around by Ice Cube.
I guess it wasn't a
It's
good
an
day
honor.
after all.
Ice Cube, thank you so much.
Oh, man, thanks for having me. Go see Triple X. Yay, yay.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Ice Cube. That was awesome.
That was pretty good.
I even like when he makes fun of us. I feel good about that.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
deserve
pretty
that.
cool. Yeah, it's much better than getting made fun of by like high school bullies. So
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
watching High School Bullies, suck it. I just got made fun of by Ice Cube, and he was better at it than you were.
It's like, you know, we've been made fun of by YouTube comments before, but no one can say anything to us ever again because we just got made fun of by Ice Cube.
Yeah.
That's like the peak. That's
Yeah.
the apex. Speaking of the peak, let's take a look at the top of the red carpet right here. As you can see, people are still pouring in. This is an awesome, energetic crowd here. We've mentioned this before, giant Triple X themed red carpet shaped with 3 giant red X's.
Do you think it's a coincidence that it's the letters of the name of the movie and the shape of the red carpet?
Yeah, I wonder how they landed on that.
That's
Max.
weird.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not a coincidence. All of this is very planned. We showed a time-lapse video before of how long it takes to put something like this together, which is just incredible. I wore a suit tonight, and then
Yeah.
I just buried it in this big jacket.
Yeah,
so
that was kind of a missed opportunity. I should have gone and got like a motocross jacket or something.
that would have been good. I
Or
think
just
we
a parachute.
I think we dressed up too nice.
Yeah, a little
That was
bit
a problem.
overdressed. We're kind of dorks about this. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. I'm wearing like nice dress shoes. They're not good for doing stunts at all.
So as you can see, Vin Diesel's here, the star of the movie. Shout out to Vin Diesel. It's so awesome to have you here. I'm really excited that we are now culminating the night with the star of the movie getting closer and closer to the premiere of Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage.
And we've got a mysterious musical presentation that will be happening later. A nice surprise treat, I believe.
Yeah, you and I have been trying to guess who that is all night, but
Yeah.
I guess you'll have to keep watching to find out who
I
that
guessed
is.
a barbershop quartet. I don't think that's what it is, though. So
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's a barbershop quartet.
I don't.
put
I mean, that
people
would
to
be
sleep.
stupid. I'm sorry. I mean, it sounds dumber now that I said it out loud.
That's
but-
very true.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of I'm excited to finally get in there and see this movie. You know, we've been kind of like, you know, circling it from orbit and just talking about it. And we did like a bunch of research. We watched the first 2 and we took a bunch of notes and we're like, I wonder where they'll be up to in this one. And I'm just I'm excited to see this be like kind of a Triple X cinematic universe.
Now, the really cool thing about Vin Diesel is that now he's part of like a bunch of cinematic universes.
Mhm.
Obviously, you've got Guardians of the Galaxy, which folds into everything else what Marvel's doing, where he plays Groot,
Yeah.
which is a very different role than this movie.
Yeah. No, he's in a handful of cinematic universes. Yeah, I mean, he's in the. I like the Fast and the Furious cinematic universe. Is like it's really kind of the real one, but there's a lot of cars. And
That's
the cars
true.
like sometimes drive out of planes and stuff. And then you got Triple X, which the motorcycles will go in the ocean.
Yeah. Now, I'm kind of a big sci-fi fan, so I have to give a shout out to Riddick, which was really
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
And I think it was also kind of awesome that he sort of spawned a video game studio. He's been a big gamer, and that's kind of what IGN does professionally. It's what we cover all the
Yeah.
time. So it's cool to have a guy that can kick everybody's ass, can ride a motorcycle that has skis on it, and can also make video games and play them. Like that's what everyone should attain to.
Yeah, no, I would love to see like a Triple X video game where they just where they're like, you know what, physics and reality, they're overrated. Let's get weird with this. Let's have let's let you be the stuntman. Let's let you go nuts.
It was like we were saying before, I feel like Triple X is set up like a video game. There's bosses, there's items that you can collect, there's vehicle segments, there's tons of cool characters you can unlock, learn different skills, like Tony Jaa's kick to the face.
Yeah, face kicking is a very key thing. You know who's really good at kicking faces?
Me.
No, you're terrible at it. Look at those weird little gams. Those are nonsense. No, Tony Jaa is exceptionally good at kicking faces.
Right, but you know who else is even better? Is Ruby Rose.
Yeah.
So Terry, take us to Ruby Rose.
No, guys, I am here with Ruby Rose, but I want to let you know I got your Ice Cube Darius Stone reference. I got it. I got the burgers and fries, so I got your back. Ruby, thank you so much for stopping by tonight. You are incredible in this movie. You pull off some incredible action sequences that I read in an interview that you found out you were much more adept at at sniping that you necessarily realized beforehand. Did that surprise you? I read that you could hit like a playing card at 1,000 yards or something. What was
Yeah.
that realization like for you?
I mean, it was pretty wild. I did spend a lot of time training. I didn't just kind of pick it up that quickly, but I was really gun shy. I'd never held a gun like that, and I was sort of like, this thing's 19 pounds, and I'm not going to get my head around it. And the next thing you know is just playing with it like it was no big deal. It was cool.
Now, this is not the only action movie you have coming out right now. You also were just in Resident Evil, and you have John Wick Chapter 2 coming out. Was the action movie genre sort of something you really intentionally wanted to pursue, or did you end up falling into it because you had done all this training?
I think it's a mixture of the two. I think it's a mixture of looking at life as a journey and seeing where it's taking you and riding that wave. And that was what people were most interested in seeing me do. And I wanted to explore that because I am really active and I do love being athletic and I love sports and extreme sports. But at the same time, I'm now maneuvering around to do different roles so that I can show some sort of, different characters and bring them to life.
Obviously, X, Xander Cage, he's the dude at the head of this franchise. But
Such a babe.
This movie has some incredible ladies in it. Talk to me a little bit about working with Nina and Deepika. What was sort of your on-set relationship like?
Yeah, Nina, Deepika, and Toni Collette, who is just such a boss. It was wonderful because we're not these women that have to be the side project of a guy or, be saved by the guy. Damsels in distress. None of us are that character whatsoever, not in real life and not in this film. And, Nina Dobrev's Becky was a hilarious character who I love so much. Serena, played by Deepika. We had trouble because for the first month we had to pretend we didn't like each other. And we adored each other, and we get an amazing scene together that was my favorite scene to film.
Now, Nina told us a little bit about your on-set prank war. She said she left some crabs in your trailer, that maybe there was a Taylor Swift impersonator that went awry. What was your favorite, Taylor Swift impersonator aside, what was your favorite prank that you pulled on her on set?
The one that really got me, though, is that hasn't really been spoken about, was that I got a gorillagram.
What?
And he had to stay in my trailer for 5 hours. So there's a gorilla in my bathroom, which is a small bathroom in a trailer, dressed as a gorilla with these amazing bananas, and he never even got to showcase his talent because Nina would not come out of her trailer because she was so onto me. And so she'd be like, nah. I'd be knocking on the trailer. She's like, nope. I was on top of the trailer going, Nina. She's like, not going to happen. So I was pretty bummed about that.
How did you break the news to that gorilla guy, though?
I felt so bad. I was like, I'm sorry, today is not going to be a Hollywood moment.
Next time. That's what the sequel's for. What was your favorite stunt that you got to pull off in this movie? Because you did quite a few.
Yeah, I loved climbing the tree at 4 o'clock in the morning in the Dominican Republic. It was pretty wild. And then doing the sort of falling down in the silks. I had to trust a lot in the safety team and the stunt guys, and it was wonderful. It was really fun.
Now, are you as much of a thrill seeker in real life as you are in your character is in this movie?
Oh, totally.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
I don't feel like any of it's that crazy, but I started surfing when I was 5.
It's crazier for me. I'm very vanilla. I'm like, I will not even rock climb. I'm terrible at it. I know. I'm very boring like that. So
I
it's
jump
all
out
insane to me.
planes and I do all that kind of stuff. I love that stuff.
What was the first big stunt? Because I feel like once you do something like that, you do something that extreme, everything, you're like, okay, what's the next? But what was the first big one that you did?
When I was 3 or 4.
Started very early.
We were on level 46 in this apartment in Queensland, and I actually crawled in between the bars and hung by a little pole that was sticking out the building, and my mother almost had a heart attack. If I had fallen, it would have been really tragic. But they had to bring me in slowly with ice cream and goodies. So that was my first little stunt.
Now, we have to wrap it up, but first, we have people watching from all over the world right now.
Oh, really?
So
Wait,
we
people are
are
watching this?
I
would have done a completely different thing.
You're like, I'm going to take it all back. I'm going to dial back. Sorry, gorilla guy. But quickly, do you have a message to your fans in Australia that you want to share with
Yes,
them?
my fans in Australia, I love you guys so much. I miss you so much. I am so proud that my mum, if she's watching, she went and saw the film today, and I can't wait to come back home and see everybody.
Well, Ruby, thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy the premiere tonight, and we're going back to you, Max and Brian.
Thank you, Terry and Ruby. If you haven't seen Orange is the New Black, everyone go watch that immediately because she is fantastic on that show. We are coming to an end almost any minute now.
Yeah.
We have the star of Triplex, Return to Xander Cage, Vin Diesel.
Here he is. Terry, take it away.
Here, we got Vin Diesel in the house. Excuse me, I said we have Vin Diesel in the house. I would like to hear everyone.
Damn, it feels good to be back. Damn, it feels good to be back.
Now, this is a project that you've been championing for years.
Sure.
Why did you want to bring back Triplex?
I've been dying to bring back this franchise. I always knew in my heart that there would come the day when I would return to this character. And it was in large part because of my Facebook. So many people on Facebook were saying, well, if you brought Riddick back, if you brought Dom back, you've got to bring Xander back. And I was lucky enough to have this opportunity to make it now, and I'm so, so happy I did. I never realized how much I missed the character until I went back to set and started filming.
Well, as you sort of mentioned there, this is a franchise that has been supported by fans worldwide. Everyone has embraced Xander Cage. So what is the message that you have to fans who have been pushing you for this movie for years, and finally you're delivering? It's coming out tomorrow. What is your message for the people worldwide who cheered for this movie?
I always keep my promises. Always, always.
Now, speaking of promises, you brought a little treat for people tonight, right?
Do I?
Yeah, you have a little surprise.
What?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, come on.
No, you tell me. This
Oh,
is
I
your
do,
big reveal.
right.
You
I do have a
You
giant
do.
surprise. Yeah, I do have a giant surprise. Oh, hi, Mom. My mom's over there. Mom.
That's the surprise?
Oh, hi, Michelle. Oh, my God. I got my mom and Michelle Rodriguez hanging out over here.
That's the dream.
That is cool. You know it's going to be a good night. You know it's going to be a good night. You know it's going to be a good night. And you want me to introduce the band?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, we're ready.
to do this?
We're
You
ready.
wanna drop
Beyond your mom, Michelle Rodriguez, which is an amazing surprise.
Yeah, it is pretty
But
cool.
maybe you have a bigger one for people, too.
I really do. Okay, so our first single from the movie is a song called In My Foreign. And tonight, here on Hollywood Boulevard, in celebration of Triple X, they are going to perform it right now. Take it away!
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be cool, guys.
Let's go. The Americano.
The Americano.
Ty Dolla $ign, French Montana. Jam. Let's go. Dollar $ign, y'all.
All the way over the road. Do you wanna ride? Hop out the wagon, something's gonna hate, but the ladies gonna ride. What you say, what you say? Whole team later like you don't know what you say. 11 to the day, now wide to the bay. Niggas and now 100 to the day. Ain't nothing to achieve, baby. Raw sitting low, climb out the B, baby. Ain't nothing to achieve, baby. Raw sitting low, climb out the B, baby. In my phone, in my scale.
Put your hands up.
So high.
What you doing? Where you rolling?
Nicky Jam. I've been missing you. Telling all my friends about the things that you do. Baby, I don't know what you did to me. Every time I pull up, it's not let my me. Do you want to ride? Do you want to come slide? Oh, when we could get lit. Right. I ain't gotta tell you how it is. Baby, I will give you the biz. How you wanna roll? In the Lambo on the road. Just you know that puppy got blood. In my falling, in my falling. Rolling through the streets of LA. In my falling. Turn up the radio. No way to go. Everybody put your hand up, what's up? Make some motherfucking noise, Americano.
Yeah, it's so big, baby.
We
are the Americanos, LA, shout to Ty Dolla $ign.
Let's
French
go.
Montana, Nicky Jam.
That's right.
We got more surprises here, too.
More surprises.
Triple
More
X,
surprises. What do you
the
have
best
lined up?
action movie of the year. Let's go.
Well, awesome, guys. You're in the shot. You want to close the show with
Make
us?
some noise for Vin Diesel one time.
Yep. Yep.
Wait up, man. I'm over here in the back. Wait up.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. That was incredible. That was incredible. Are you kidding me? That is not how your typical Hollywood premiere closes. On
That's an
Hollywood Boulevard.
Americano's Hollywood premiere. That's what that is.
Exactly.
We have smoke. We have
Ricky Jam.
Vin Diesel.
It is truly honoring the legacy of Xander Cage.
Yeah.
Marking his return.
The only way to do it.
Well, guys, thank you so much for hosting this premiere with me. This has been a real blast from the IGN team here. And make sure to check out Triplex Return of Xander Cage in theaters tomorrow. I think that's gonna do it. I think that was the peak.
Yeah, you can't top that.
Yeah, you guys got made fun of by Ice Cube.
Yeah,
we had an amazing musical performance, and we had Vin Diesel. What more do you need?
That's it. Top of the world right now.
All right, awesome. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and for more and all things Triple X, because there surely will be more to come. Keep it at
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
IGN. Thank you so much. Good night.
I feel like we need a mic drop.